Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, and this is another Certified Hood Classic. In today's bussin' banger, we're going to be catching up on a few sneaker news stories, including a recap of today's Jumpman Jack, Travis, Mocha, T-Rex, whatever these things are called, as well as some updates around the Fragment and Nike collab on the Spiridon, Bad Bunny's latest bangers with Adidas, and I want to share with you guys some of the absolute heaters that were sitting in this retail store in central London today, as well as my latest pickup. Rightio, let's start things off by recapping this release that went down today, the Jumpman Jacks, or the whatever they are, TR, Travis Scott, the CJ ones. Did you cop? Did you come up? Did you get the dub? If you did, feel free to keep it to yourself. No one cares, bro. No, I'm only joking. If you did cop, feel free to tap it out down below and show off and celebrate. This was undoubtedly the most hyped up sneaker release of the month. I think it's pretty fair to say, which is kind of crazy when you think about the Black Cement 3s sitting, the Wu-Tang Dunks sitting in some places, and then along come these Jumpman Rexes and completely sell out instantaneously. Of course, we had the sneakers draw that went live this morning. There was a whole bunch of clothing. There was also kid sizes, toddler sizes, and everything flew really quickly. If you're wondering about me, bro, L's right across the board. I only went into like maybe 3 or 4 raffles, got the missus to try on the sneakers draw, no success. So an absolute full board of L's for yours truly. But you know what? I wasn't actually that phased. Nah, low-key I was. Nah, actually I really wasn't. I do like the shoe and I do like the colorway, but unlike other Travis Scott releases, like say for example the Jordan 1 lows, where I'm like really keen on getting my hands on them, these ones I'm not too bothered about missing out on. Not bothered, at least to the extent that I'm not going to go for them on the resale market. And speaking about them on the resale market right now, on StockX, I'm looking at the lowest ask being 426 pounds in my size, meaning they're about 450 pounds after fees and all that. That's right around 500 bucks. And so that's basically right around 2 and a bit times the retail, which is, yeah, pretty crazy money, but it's not scandalous money when you consider what other Travis Scott collabs have gone for in the past. I think if you can find these for like under 400 pounds, maybe around 350 to 400 pounds, that's like 450 under 500 US dollars, you're probably going to be doing pretty well. Right, let's kick it into a little bit of news, some updates. We've had a really good look at the upcoming solefly Air Jordan 12s. Bro, these are coming out this holiday season, and just check out this video, man. These come with some pretty nice packaging. They've got a sort of coffee beanbag type dust bag, and the colorway is really nice. Now that we've got this video, we can actually get a good appreciation for the different types of materials. The white leather on the upper is cracked, a little bit like maniere style, and the leather that sort of wraps around the fronts, which if you know your 12s traditionally comes in almost like a crocodile or a reptile print, is like a smooth brown leather, which, yeah, I think it works. I think it does look pretty nice. You've also got the solefly detail going down the tongue, where you've got sole written on one side and then fly on the other. There's some nice details in the outsole. I'm not sure exactly how much these are going to be priced at, but I think it is a nice colorway, a Jordan 12 Mocha colorway. You can't really go wrong with that blocking. And as someone that's a big fan of 12s, these could be very much on the list for the holiday season. What are you guys thinking about these? Let me know. We've had a really good look at the Jordan 1 Low Rookie of the Year. Now, the Jordan 1 High Rookie of the Year, when it came out, was one of those sort of slept on models, I want to say. They came out right around the same time as the Spider-Mans, you guys might remember. And I can recall these being a pretty easy cop. In fact, these even sat for a minute in some places. And then during the whole Jordan 1 hype peak, they were reselling rather, for crazy money, because it is a pretty fire colorway, let's be honest. And I'm liking the look of these. There's no release date information that I can see on these, and we do only have this one image to go off, but color blocking's fire. This is one of those really nice crossovers from a high top colorway to a low top colorway. These and the Obsidian lows are 2 Jordan 1 lows I'm looking forward to next year for sure. Hearing some reports that we're going to be getting a Travis Scott Field jaxx colorway next month. Actually, December the 11th is when these are supposed to drop. And this is in this limelight colorway. And I'm still not 100% sure exactly what these shoes have been made for. Part of me would really like to use these for golf. Does anyone out there have a pair? Can you speak to the utility that these provide or the sports that these have been envisaged to play in? Is it baseball? What's going on? I'm not entirely sure. This colorway is pretty fire though. It's pretty out there, pretty bright, pretty vibrant. I'm just not so sold on the model just yet. The Fragment Air Zoom Spiridon collaboration is pretty much upon us. These are coming out on December the 5th. This was a collaboration that was leaked initially, I want to say like a year ago now. I can remember towards the end of last year, I was talking about a navy blue Fragment Spiridon, and I really thought that it could potentially spark a bit of a wave for the Spiridon in general, but that just has not happened. And now that we've waited all year for this collaboration, we've got it and it's here, and in my opinion, it's incredibly underwhelming. Bro, these look like some jound Nike Spiridons or something. I mean, it's so minimal to the point where you're actually looking for the actual collaboration, especially on this black pair. I mean, bro, these could just be sat on some kind of outlet shelf somewhere. The white pair isn't too bad. It does have the signature Fragments color scheme with the white and the black and the navy blue. There's a little bit of text running along the side of the swoosh into what looks like the mudguard area. They look clean, they look tidy. The pricing information is right around $170. I do think they'll still be popular, don't get me wrong, but this is looking a little bit more like a Supreme collab or just some sort of basic banal collab. I don't know if people out there are going to be really pumped up and excited for these, although I would still probably expect them to sell out nonetheless. December is starting to look pretty stacked between those Travises and the Fragments. We've also got the Mr. Stash Air Max 95s, as well as the Mr. Stash Air Force Ones. December 13th is the release date. The price point information is still saying $160, which I don't believe. I think they're going to be a little bit more expensive than that. I could be wrong, hopefully I am. But anyways, these images have them looking dope. And what I like about them is that they've decided to upgrade and update the materials for durability. I like the straps coming out of the eye holes, providing the lace loops. I think that actually looks quite tidy, and the color blocking is iconic, obviously. I'm liking the splatter, and you've also got the Mr. Stash details on the outsole. If you compare them to the OGs, they do look different, which means the OGs, if you still have them, will continue to be special. So the Air Force Ones are coming out on the same day. Same price points, I'm hearing at least $160. And these have also been somewhat updated. They feature that same kind of ballistic mesh. I don't know if it is ballistic mesh, but it's this sort of reinforced mesh that looks like it would be very durable, almost a little bit ripstoppy in its appearance. And that features on the mid panel as well as on the toe box. And that is a little bit of a departure when you compare that to the OG. Same blocking, but different material. They also have some nice looking leather going around the back. Really nice sort of nubuck suede in the brown. And I think for a lot of people, this is gonna be like sneaker of the year or retro of the year for sure. So I'm looking forward to this release. It's gonna be interesting to see how many pairs of them they make. Are these going to be really widely available and ubiquitous, a little bit like the Wu-Tangs, or will they decide to make these a little bit more limited? Will be interesting to see. We've also had some official images of this shoe, the Jordan Flight Court, the Who Decides War. Remember when this shoe sort of broke onto the scene a couple of months ago? We were talking about it a lot. It's a new quote unquote Team Jordan from Jordan brand that they've decided to jazz up to launch via this collab. And I do think this shoe is nice. Like the collaborative touches definitely make this shoe stand out a little bit more, whether it's the elevated materials or the stealthy color blocking. They look good. Like if you can't lie, they look good. Price point is $115. No specific release date information, it's just saying holiday season. So obviously sometime in December. They come with some nice packaging as well, some extras with the laces. You also get this little certificate of authenticity as well, which is kind of a cool touch. So yeah, is the model going to be a standout for Jordan brands? I guess maybe for a particular type of demographic, but is it really just an updated Team Jordan ready to go on sale at the end of the season? Yeah, but I think these will be quite popular though. So Adidas are continuing to make Yeezys, it looks like, in a post-Yeezy era. The legacy of the bro has definitely lingered on, and they have definitely seized upon it and given us a very foam runner-esque looking sneaker. Well, not really a sneaker, a clog or a moccasin or whatever you want to call it at this point. These are called the Light Blaze Mocs, and they are releasing in the spring of next year. And there's already a couple of colorways that are out there floating around. And whilst they're not carbon copies of the foam runners, they've pretty much dialed into the aesthetic as well as the color blocking with this, I don't know, sort of like paint spill that looks a little bit like the MX themes that they had going on the foam runners. I mean, they're not going to be beating the Yeezy stolen design comparison allegations, that's for sure. I mean, from the top down especially, bro, these look like foam runners. And I guess to a certain extent, you can't really blame Adidas. I mean, any company right now that makes any type of foam shoe gets hit with the Kanye references or the Kanye comparisons, so they might as well just kind of go for it, I suppose, eh? But I did think this was quite funny. I was in central London today, popped into a sneaker store downtown, and I just had to share with you guys the amount of awesome stuff that was sitting. This is in Foot Patrol, which is on Berwick Street down in Soho, and bro, check this out. They had the Fear 4s in there still sitting. They had plenty of sizes left over. The BC3s are still sat there in a full-size run pretty much. In fact, you can still cop them online in pretty much a full-size run. And even the Wu-Tang Dunks, man, I couldn't believe this. They still had pairs of the Wu-Tangs. No like big sizes, but some of the more medium sizes or smaller sizes, they still had the Wu-Tangs. Salehi Banbury New Balances were still sat there. The Olive 9s were still sat there, which was crazy. The Black Toe 14s in multiple sizes. I know for you guys over there in the US, the Black Toes pretty much sold out from what I've gathered. And it wasn't just those, man. They had these, the New Balance 740 Amines, which is the pair that I decided to go ahead and try on, and because of the way they felt, I decided to pick them up. And here they are, man. Crazy box, awesome packaging. If you guys want me to take these out of a box officially, let me know down below. Comment unbox down below and I will take these out of a box for you. I think these are awesome. I really wanted to try out this model, the 740, and I just think the colorway is crazy. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's out there. And like I said, it wasn't until I actually threw these on and walked around in them, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take these. And at 120 pounds, no brainer. So yeah, I'll be happy to bring you guys my review on these. Just let me know down below. So Adidas decided to chuck a whole bunch of Bad Bunny sneakers back up on the Adidas website for under $100, which was pretty crazy. You had his runner as well as a couple of pairs of the Campus sneakers, and I actually think the Bad Bunny Campus is his best collaboration to date. But we also saw Noah Lyles debut the next Bad Bunny collab. This is on the Adizero SL72, and bro, I don't know. Is this Bad Bunny's first big miss? I don't know, man. I think it could be. These are just a little bit too unimaginative, a little bit boring, a little bit plain Jane, outlet bound, if I may be so bold. I mean, he's trying to take a page out of the Jound book with the minimalistic approach, it looks like. I mean, yeah, underwhelming is all I've got to say. What do you guys think? Is this the bro's first miss, or I guess some of you probably reckon he's been missing since day dot? Maniere are bringing an end to the While You Were Sleeping collection with the release of the Converse Weapon. This is going to be their first collaboration with Converse, albeit it's gone through Nike, given Nike do own Converse. And if you guys wanted to get your hands on these, the raffle is live. Go onto the Maniere website right now. There's an EQ raffle running that you can enter into. It's $130 to enter plus the $5.85 shipping or whatever. Obviously, if you're from over here in the UK or the EU or further afield, you're going to need to consider taking on the customs charges. No release date information for the rest of us, or whether or not these are actually going to be made available beyond the Maniere websites. And I guess it's maybe time to think about appraising the success of this entire While You Were Sleeping collab. I don't know, I feel like this collection kind of really gave everyone the Maniere Nike fatigue. I do think they were nice shoes, don't get me wrong. I have the 3s, I have the 95s, but I think if you look at the reaction to the Air Force Ones, which pretty much sat for all of last week, I don't know if they pulled them or whatever. Look at the 3s going under retail and the 4s being very easy to cop. It's pretty evident, I think, that people have been getting a little bit bored with the whole Maniere Nike retro type stuff. So yeah, good on them, but yeah, I think it's time to see something else now. And that's it for our little cheeky updates. Go ahead and let me know if you want to see a man taking these out of a box, and I will bring you guys that in time. If you don't want to see that, that is absolutely fine. I think these are dope. Thanks as always for taking the time to watch the video. Really appreciate you guys messing with the content. The views have been pretty good in recent times, and so all I can say is thank you for supporting the channel. Your continued engagement helps to motivate me to continue to make these videos and bring you non-stop bussin' certified hood classics on God. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.